So let's have a look at the type tool. It's Illustrator. One of the key elements of Illustrator is to go off to print, and we can paint and draw with Illustrator, which you will get a look at. But I suppose one of the primary uses and one of the easier uses is to get the typography right. So when it goes off to print, everything looks as it should and as it did on screen. So we have a look here. So it's the second, I guess the second row of tools here. So you've got the first selection set, and then you've got the second drawing set, and part of the drawing set here is the type tool. Now we're in Illustrator, and if we're just doing graphics, let's just say for instance we're doing some form of illustration, we just want some type on there, we'll go for a single click. So a single click there, and then that is ready to write on. And straight away, let's have a look at the sub-menus. As soon as you choose any of the tools on the left, the sub-menu changes at the top. So let's have a look at a couple of things on the top here. First of all, we've got the colour of the type that you want. Now the colour palette works very differently in Illustrator as it does in Photoshop, so have a little play with it, but wait out for the tutorial on the colour palette. It is more complicated, but it's easier at the end of the day because your swatches never change. So if we add a colour and we add it to these swatches, it'll always be there, rather than Photoshop. You can choose a colour, change it twice, and then it's gone forever. You have to sample it again, but it remains in Illustrator. We've also got a stroke, so a line that goes on the outside of any object. Again, we can change the colour. We can add one of the colours here. We can say not to have a stroke. Currently this text is set not to have a stroke. But if I do set a stroke, automatically this stroke drop down box then becomes active, and you can add different sizes of stroke to that font. We've got the character itself. Now here, in design you should know what font you're using, but often you don't. Often you just want to have a look at a couple. So we'll have a look at Palatino. Obviously I need to highlight that first. We go to something like Palatino, and that'll take effect there. Sometimes you want to see what that looks like. So if you go through into you can see here it's blue. These sub menus here are blue. So you click on them, you click down, and then you get a little sample of what that looks like. So there we go. Just change it there, and then you'll get the subtype of the font face there. Which this one, it's kind of a custom font, so it's only regular. I'm just going to come out of there for now. So you can see those three options, just the standard options. You'll see them in PowerPoint and Word and all these kind of things. You can choose up to 72 point, which in the olden days 72 point used to be an inch. The height of that would be an inch if it was 72 point. We're not using paragraphs at the minute, so we don't need that. And you can change the opacity from the off in Illustrator, so I can just change that down a little bit. It's always there, just a bit like Photoshop, where you can change the opacity of your layer. So to get type on there, that's how we do it.